Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Stride Bank Center here in the heart of downtown Enid, site of the Downtown Enid Basketball Festival here on Squirtle.tv. Hello, everybody. My name's Michael Swisher, sitting alongside Jared Mitchell as we are bringing you the first two of 8 games here today at the Downtown Enid Basketball Festival. The first game on tap this morning is the Hennessey Lady Eagles taking on the Lomega Lady Raiders, a couple of Kingfisher County teams making the trip up here to Garfield County. And Jared, this is we've seen both of these teams multiple times this year. Hennessey, a team under second-year head coach Haley Wilsick now. She was Simonek last year, but married a Lomega native, Troy Wilsick. She is now the head coach of the Lady Eagles, and a team that, kind of a bit of a struggle the last couple of years. The talent pool has dipped just a little bit in Hennessey, but a team that's played some tough competition, and today is about as tough as it gets, taking on Lomega, a team no doubt on a roll, having won 17 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a Lomega team, and I had them early on in November when they played Okarche, and because of some injuries, we're just not the same team that they are now. And like you said, this time of year is not the time of year you want to see Lomega play. But Hennessey team, I think Coach Wilsick has going in the right direction.
Well, apparently we do have nobody knows if we're having the national anthem. They just kind of started playing it, so everybody stood up. What are we doing?
Oh, we're going to do it.
Okay. Yeah, while they do the national anthem, we'll take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with first quarter action here on Squirtle.tv.
At First Bank & Trust, we stay true to our values of being neighborly, loyal, and confident. We know it takes a seasoned ag producer to understand and anticipate the needs of one. Our loan officers combine their years of experience on the farm with the expertise in financing land, livestock, farm equipment, and supplies. Call FBT today or visit our new website, fbt.bank, for more information. You watch your fields, and we'll watch your finances. First Bank & Trust Company, member FDIC.
If you are looking for a fantastic car buying experience, look no further than Northcutt Toyota. We provide our customers with a red carpet buying experience. See what our past customers have said about us online at Google or Facebook. From new Toyotas to over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, we have the car, truck, or SUV to meet your needs. If you need financing, we have over 20 banks to help provide you with the best terms and payments available. Stop by and see us or visit us online at northcutttoyota.com. We look forward to exceeding your expectations. Let Northcutt be your shortcut to a great deal.
Call Roll-Offs Inc. at 580-ROLL-OFF, a complete container service company for all your trash, demolition, cleanup, or scrap metal needs. We're a family-owned and operated company with offices in Stillwater, Perry, and Enid. Call Roll-Offs Inc. 580-ROLL-OFF.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today. For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessey, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank. Small town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back. Now we're set for tip-off.
Well, what I was saying just before the break is that I think Coach Wilsick, having watched Hennessey a few times this year, has definitely got them going in the right direction. Like you said, just not as talented as they've been in the past with the athleticism they typically have, but definitely doing a good job.
Well, Hennessey controls the tip, and 2 quick points right there. Cassidy Amburn puts Hennessey on the scoreboard, and then a quick turnover for Lomega. And that's one thing Hennessy's going to have to do this morning is if you score or you turn it over, get back because Lomega's going to push the pace.
Well, and it's right here. Is can you handle the pressure? It's that patented Lomega pressure that is just so hard to deal with for 4 quarters, and it's a question of can you endurance-wise and handle the basketball well enough to get in the other end and get some points.
And that's one thing, Coach Kevin Llewellyn, he's fine as Hensley Eaton snuck in behind there and knocked it back out of bounds for the second time. He'll give up some points, give up some layups, but that also just keeps you playing at their pace. And he wants to get you into an up-and-down game because he knows over the length of 4 quarters he's going to get enough runs on you. The next thing you know, you look up and you're down 25 points. Feel like you're doing all right, and then boom.
Yeah, historically it's not been a good idea to try to run up and down the floor with Lomega.
Yeah, very few teams over the years have been able to do it. Some can do it here and there. Okarche, one of the few teams that can match Lomega in that over the years. As Lomega out in a zone here. And you see, well, I did switch them around already. Juliana Macy is fouled, so she'll shoot 2. Hennessey coming in, 6-9 record. Going to have a busy week next week. You guys were talking about that.
Yeah.
I think 4 games next week?
Yeah, because of that, weather cancellation last week. So next week we've got Hennessey plays Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just trying to get those tune-up games before the playoffs start.
Which I assume the conference games, they're pretty much obligated to get those in.
And then that's one of those games is that Wednesday cashing game, which you have to, because of the conference standings and being able to declare a champion of the conference, you have to play those. So,
a minute into the first quarter, Lady Eagles with a 4-0 lead. Emma Duffy's 3-pointer is short. Macy with the board. She'll bring it up for the Lady Eagles. Lomega did play last night at Timberlake. Hennessey was off. You don't know if that has any kind of effect or not.
Well, it's one of those things where anytime you play early in the morning as a coach, you're worried, right? It's what time did my kids go to bed last night, and what kind of energy am I going to have this morning? So it's always something you see in the first quarter. Kind of teams feel their way through. Great
There's
move.
The newcomer Addison Wilson slicing through the lane. She gets fouled. She'll shoot 2.
And I'm excited to see Addison play. Like I said, I had her early on when I think she was kind of just still trying to get a feel for how she was going to play at Lomega. And was told she's averaging around 23 points a game, so obviously fitting in pretty well. And her shooting the ball extremely well.
MVP of the Hammond tournament, and then also MVP last week of the Cherokee Strip Conference tournament. Hit 9 3-pointers in that title game win over Cherokee last Saturday. Just down the road here at the... And there's a turnover against that pressure.
Well, it's funny to me. You look at a Hennessey team early on that was anywhere from 3 to 4 in the rankings, and you were kind of like, now, I don't know if you want to rank them that low because of the fact that you're going to get them, and then slowly made their way back up, and now
you're talking about Lomega?
Sorry, Lomega. Yeah, made their way back to the number 1 ranked team in Class B.
Nice pass inside to Walker. She can't get it to go, and then we have a travel. I'm going to have to yell at Coach Kevin Llewellyn because these white uniforms with white numbers and the blue outline. I need all blue numbers way up here. Go ahead and say it, Jared.
Yeah, because you're old. It's fine. I'll be your eyes for you today.
I don't want to ask too much of you.
No, I can't promise too much for you. Interesting to me, Swiss, having Haley Duffy kind of work the top of that zone. Sorry, Emma, as opposed to having her on the bottom down there.
Well, I think that was Darcy Roberts running in and whistled for that foul. Going to send Macy back to the line. So for Lomega, talk about the beginning of the year. They've won 17 in a row, but they started out 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3-2, I should say.
I think those 2 losses were to some quality opponents.
Yeah, Okarche and Calumet, who are scheduled to play tonight.
And they, obviously beat Calumet later on in the season. Don't play Okarche twice a year anymore, so can't avenge that loss. But I think that'd be a really good game if they played again. 5-2
Lady Eagles early on, but those 2 losses, Lomega, as we have kickball, Lomega was without Duffy and Sydney Walker, the freshman, number 31. Duffy, of course, started her entire career, now a junior. Tore her ACL in the summer, and Walker also battling some leg issues. As Addison Wilson buries the three-pointer. She's got all 5 of Lomega's points, and she ties the game. So shorthanded, and then both of those players come back after Christmas, and we're starting to see Lomega look like the Lomega team that we saw this summer when Addison first joined the team. Good ball movement by Hennessey. We're going to have Wilson with the foul from behind. So,
yeah, Hennessey doing a really good job against that zone, finding some openings and getting some good looks at the basket, attacking early on.
Sky Simonek will shoot 2. Misses the first. Second half, we'll talk about some of the playoff prospects for Lomega. Their pairings were announced a week ago. Simonek misses both, but there's an offensive rebound. They kick it back out to Macy, who misses the 17-footer. And now here comes Wilson, pushing it up the middle. Looks down the right side to Duffy. Inside to Walker, back out to Duffy. Lomega will reset. Long three-pointer, and Wilson. And that's, you got to wonder if those 2 extra three-point lines. We saw it messing with some teams yesterday. The first one is the high school. The second one is the women's collegiate, and the third one for the men's. And teams were shooting it beyond that third one.
Well, it's just so hard when you catch a basketball. You don't want to look down, so you're using your peripheral vision, and you see that line, and you think, I got to be behind it. And so it is going to be. I was talking to actually Coach Page before the game, the Hennessey boys.
Yeah, he was worried about it.
Yeah, I said, I don't like that.
Cashin boys coach John Hardaway yesterday called a timeout to address that very thing with his team because they were letting them go from further out than they needed to. And really, once you're used to shooting, 1 or 2 feet makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
It really can mess with you.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all touch and muscle memory, and you add an extra foot or 2 to that.
Going to have a jump ball on the ground. It will go to Lomega. Again, the first of 8 games here today. We had 8 games yesterday. Jared and I will be with you on the first 2. Then bringing in the pro for the 3rd and 4th games, Tom Nelson. Which that will be Garber and Hooker, I believe, those games. Excellent boys matchup in that contest. Really a solid girls game as Lomega just kind of looking a little sloppy here early on, halfway through the first quarter, 5-5 game.
Well, that's what we talked about early on. It's the question. These early morning games, especially after you played a game last night, it's just really hard to get a kick in here, get motivated, and get concentrated on what you have to do. And Hennessey looks great, though. Definitely worked on breaking this pressure and have done a really good job with it.
Well, they've had since Monday. They did play OCA Monday. Hennessey coming off a win that game. Steal by Roberts. Gets it over to Eaton. And I know that there was some doubt whether Eaton would be playing tonight as Wilson drains that 3. And, again, she's got 8 points, all of them, for the Lady Raiders. The distance wasn't anything there. Darcy went for that steal, couldn't quite get to it. Hensley knocks it out of bounds. I think Hensley, since that Hammond tournament, has been dealing with some back issues. Hasn't been 100%, but just toughing it out right now.
When you talk about it, so it's a Hennessey team that I believe beat OCA on Tuesday.
Got the win. Yep.
And we saw OCA in the Kiwash tournament and was a pretty good team.
Yep. Timeout called by the Lady Eagles. We'll take a quick break with them. Be back right after this.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashin, Dover, and Hennessey, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
All right, we're back. 3:36 to go first quarter. Lomega out to an 8-5 lead. All 8 points by number 15, Addison Wilson, the junior. And Eaton comes away with it, gets it out to Duffy. She's going down the far side. She's going to get fouled. Trying to see the number there. Was that Tillman with the foul, number 10?
That's what it looked like.
So Duffy.
It's going to see if someone other than Addie Wilson can score.
I got to give Emma a lot of credit. She tore her ACL over the summer, and she got after it after her surgery. and really hit that 6-month mark, and she was cleared to play. A lot of credit to her. That used to be, a year. Back in my day, that was a minimum of a year out, and then it became 9 months, and now it's down to 6 months. And Duffy really did well there, and she's getting back into basketball shape. It makes Lomega that much better. And she anticipates that pass there, gets the steal, and gets the bucket. So she's got 3 points. They put the wrong points on the board there.
There we go.
Lomega making a bit of a run here now. Almost a turnover there by Hennessey, and there's that pressure. It just kind of gets you going up and down, and that's exactly what Lomega wants. And if it's hectic and frantic, all the more better, because they're used to it. Now they're trying to figure out.
The meeting of the minds right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know they're going to shake their heads up and down and agree with each other whether they agree or not.
Rick had to get in there, though,
well,
and let them know.
Hey, I'm Rick Michoud. My number is 13, my official number.
Been doing this for 45 years.
If you happen to be here in the Stride Center and listening and having some breathing issues, go in the officials' dressing room right now.
To clear you out
You'll clear out real quick, because Michoud puts on 18 kinds of ointment and liniment as Wilson buries her shoulder and forces up the shot, doesn't get fouled. I like the fact here that the officials are letting them play a little bit, and it allows for the game to get somewhat of a rhythm.
Well, and it also helps you get ready for those playoffs, right? Because playoffs are just officiated a little bit differently. And
Duffy with the 3 again, out beyond that last 3-point line. It's just a little bit short. So Wilson gets the steal, gets it to Darcy Roberts. She's going to get it to the middle. Duffy will try it again, half step in, and that goes in and out. Rebound to Gracie Mills. And here, even off of just a miss, Lomega's going to press.
I'll tell you what, it's a lost art, honestly. It's something that not enough teams do right there. It's a perfect example, but it's just something that if you have to make people handle the basketball, it's such an advantage, because it's just not something that a lot of teams can do, is have multiple ball handlers. So it's something that Lomega, like you touched on earlier, Karchi have just made a staple of their programs for a long time, and apparently it's been pretty successful for them.
It could be argued.
It's debatable.
Walker just bulls her way in, but loses the ball on the way up. But still that pressure off the turnover. And we're going to have Wilson called for her second foul. So she's got 2 now. We'll look to see if she goes to the bench. Yep, nope. Llewellyn just says you got 2, so play smarter.
Well, I think it was a situation where if you don't have Hensley eating on the bench already, like you said, with those back issues, maybe she does come off the floor. But with her out, I think he's going to let her on. And she's a junior and has been in a state champion, obviously, played in big environments. She's smart enough to not pick up that 3rd foul.
Macy forced that shot, doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Walker. And Darcy gets it over to Addison Wilson. Nice ball movement by the Lady Raiders, and Shelby Russell couldn't get the finish. Almost gets the steal. Some numbers for Hennessey. Macy in and out.
Well, that right there switches something that Lomega wants you to do, is take jump shots.
And wow. Duffy whistled for the offensive foul. I think that's already 6 team fouls on Lomega. Maybe just 5. Less than a minute to go, first quarter.
And that's another reason. You see right there, Hennessey, who's breaking the pressure but then slowing down. And so it's to Lomega, why not press? Because if you're going to break my press and then bring it back, let me get set up on defense, I might as well try to steal the ball in the front court. It's another one of those 3-pointers.
Yeah, Megan Tillman draws a little bit of net, but nothing else. Ball goes out of bounds to Lomega. 40 seconds left. First quarter. Sluggish start for the Lady Raiders, who are used to scoring in bunches. They haven't been held under 60 points since before the break. You look at some of the points they've put up the last few games as Wilson buries another 3, her 3rd one of the quarter.
I think Coach Wilson probably just with the team, we might want to find 15.
And yet another foul by Lomega. That is 16 fouls. 15 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, that is one of the negatives to playing that pressure defense. Is if you're not moving your feet and you're reaching a lot, you're going to get those fouls. And there we go.
Yeah, smart move there by coach.
A 15-second sub.
Drive the dish and the finish. Nice job by Cassidy Emburn, as she now has 4 points. But it is Lomega with the lead, 14-7. We'll be back with second quarter action here at the Downtown Enid Basketball Festival.
FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with their gym floor and janitorial supply needs. And good luck at state to all teams.
As an Edward Jones financial advisor, Austin Mason knows it's important to invest time to understand what you're working toward before you invest your money. It's also important to understand the steps necessary to reach your long-term goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love, Austin will develop specific strategies to help you achieve those goals. So visit edwardjones.com and search for Austin Mason, or give him a call at 405-567-0511.
Back here at the Stride Bank Center, downtown Enid. Downtown Enid Basketball Festival. Lomega leading Hennessey 14-7 after a quarter. Michael Swisher, Jared Mitchell. Got Ethan Sumpkin running the show here. Our producer, Trey Robinson on the camera.
It's a pretty awesome venue to be at, too, though, Swish.
Yeah, this is a fantastic basketball venue, as you said. A great playoff facility, which is a reason that several teams do come here. And there's travel there by Hennessey, turnover for the Lady Eagles. Another reason, we see teams that will play Friday night and then come here and play Saturday. That kind of preps them for that playoff run where, you're going to have to turn around and have some quick turnarounds in the playoffs, especially if you get in that consolation bracket. Hensley Eaton three-pointer, and that's in. Her first points of the game. And then again, this is just, some teams like Hooker and Frontier, they're playing both nights here, both days.
Hooker's spending the night here?
Yes.
Well, that's a little trip for the kiddos.
Hooker has played here the last 2 years, and they've also played in the area tournament here the last 2 years. So smart for them to just get used to this facility. Big win for the Bulldogs last night.
That's what I was about to say, against a really good Perry team.
Yeah. Gracie Mills, turnaround jumper in the lane. 17-9 now, minute gone, second quarter.
Good rebound.
Absolutely, offensive board. That was Russell who got that. I had to really focus the old eyes.
Well, I will defend you here. It is really hard to see those numbers from up here.
Darcy Roberts misses the three. Here comes Hennessey.
That'd be 1-1.
As Roberts is whistled for that one. Simonek makes the first. Missed two in the first quarter. Good on the first one here. She gets the bonus. Lomega Hennessey boys coming up after this one. I always like this atmosphere like this. You get to see a lot of coaches and just talk with a lot of coaches. Always fun to see them. Not just the ones participating. It's also a big-time scouting event for a number of coaches who know that they're going to meet up some of these teams in the playoff or here at the end of the regular season. A lot of those were in attendance yesterday. As Darcy Roberts gets the offensive board and gets fouled on the putback, she'll shoot two. I know I mentioned that flow earlier, and we've had a lot of free throws since then.
No, you're exactly right about that. You know, that's the thing. It's played on a Saturday when most teams aren't playing. Enid, is, as far as this area, is a pretty centralized location.
Yep.
So you know, why not come up here on a Saturday? It's a great city to be in. You can come watch some basketball. You can catch multiple teams because of how many teams are playing in it. So it's a really cool thing they do. And, you know, it's one of those things, too, is, you know, like you touched on earlier, if you're a team that maybe isn't going to go as far in the playoffs, it's nice to have this environment and play in this gym if you're not going to get to the area tournament and just kind of get experience in being in here.
Hennessey had a couple of chances there. Mills, the second one, can't finish on either. And then, as you see so many times, miss a shot or two underneath. The other team gets the rebound, and we have a foul by the frustrated team who just missed a couple of shots.
Absolutely.
90 feet away from the basket. Good ball movement by the Lady Raiders. They get it inside to Walker, and she's going to get fouled. Foul is on Mills, and that will send Walker to the line. Again, Walker, one of those players who missed the first semester.
Well, it's just made such a big difference. Obviously, you know, Emma shoots the ball really well, but Walker and Emma both are just tall players, right? Yeah. So the size differential that Lomega had in the first couple games, which is what Okarche capitalized on when they played against them, is you can't really get that benefit against them anymore.
Walker goes 1 for 2.
Especially in Class B basketball.
Well, I saw him this summer at the Cushing team tournament, Lomega, when they had everybody, and they were lights out. And Kevin Llewellyn, who isn't the most outwardly happy person all the time, was downright giddy about the prospects of this team and how long and athletic and talented these young ladies were. And then boom, boom, injury after that. So kind of, especially after Lomega starts out 3-2, take a couple of those early losses, people kind of forgot about them a little bit. Well, they kept chugging along. They got used to playing together. You know, Wilson, the newcomer. Again, Duffy, long three. That one looked like it had better trajectory, and it did, so Emma Duffy nails it. She's got 6. So now we're finally starting to see the team look like the one we saw this summer. That actually made Kevin Llewellyn smile, and the turnover steal by Wilson feeds Duffy. 25-11 is your score. 4:53 to play second quarter. Timeout by the Lady Eagles. We'll be back with more after this.
Talking about life insurance isn't always easy, but it is important. Your Farm Bureau agent, Chris Cochran in Cashion, can help you put a plan in place for those you care about most. Life insurance can help pay off the mortgage, take care of family or business expenses, or cover final costs should the unexpected happen. Take that first step towards securing your family's future with Farm Bureau and call Chris Cochran in Cashion today. And be sure to ask about college and retirement funding options too. We also do life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
Blazer. Yeah, I got to get used to this setup here. Yeah, we were talking about some more of Lomega's injuries. Rhett Glazer tore her ACL, I think, right before Christmas. Had her surgery during the break or right after the break. So, I mean, there was a lot of injuries.
Well, the good news for Class B girls basketball is that Lomega won't be very good next year.
Yeah, exactly. They'll lose everybody. Nobody's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, I already spoiled that yesterday. As Duffy, another steal. Just like that, Duffy, 7 straight points for the Lady Raiders.
Well, you touched on it earlier. It's just those runs they can go on where they score so quickly, especially with that presser. And it's, you see the Hennessey miss a couple of bumps, and it's just you have to score on the other end or you're going to fall behind really quickly.
Yeah, less than halfway through this quarter, and Lomega's already scored 13 points.
I think the most impressive thing is Addison Wilson hasn't scored a single one of them. Well, I said that.
She's tired of this.
There you go.
You say that she hadn't scored any of those 13.
Yes, in the quarter, but now she has, and that's the thing that's so scary about Lomega when you play him is that so many people can score.
Yep, another steal, and that time Hensley Eaton with a poke from behind. And she gets it back and feeds Duffy, but Duffy's like, nah, you deserve the points for that.
Right there is karma, because Izzy could have taken the ball and shot a layup, gave it to Duffy, but...
Well, that's Duffy taking care of her. That's teamwork right there.
Absolutely. Great pass.
Look at that pass. And that's one thing about Wilson is we've seen her make 3 3-pointers today, but her vision on the court is as good as anybody you're going to see at the Class B level especially. She sees the court really well and can make some excellent passes to feed her teammates. And just like that, Lomega's lead, 20 points as Duffy goes to the line to shoot 2, misses the first.
Well, you touched on it in the first quarter, just how they score so many points, and so if you're not going to be able to either one, slow the game down and play at your pace, or 2, counter on the other end and score, then they're going to get away from you very quickly because they can score points in bunches.
Duffy makes the second. So the last 13 games, here are their point totals. There's Lomega pressuring again. Another possible steal. And we're going to have a foul there. The point totals the last 13 games, 83, 87, 97, 82, 61, which is the lowest, and that was a 15-point win over Hammond at Hammond. 88, 78, 84, 100, 94, 72, 75, and then last night 83. So that competition, not great. Hammond, the only ranked team in that stretch, but still.
But the problem is you still only have 32 minutes in a game. So when you're putting up 80, 90, 100 points.
Yeah, not easy.
No, absolutely not. And Coach Llewellyn, I would give him credit because not a lot of coaches do this. He subs early on when he gets big leads.
Yep.
And so that means his players on down the line are still, able to score.
Simonek makes 1 of 2. Lomega gets the rebound, but Wilson came down out of bounds, so it'll stay down here on Hennessy's end.
And also, not to just, obviously Lomega's a very good basketball team, but if you want to feel really bad in Class B, Llewellyn has maybe the best junior high team he's ever had. And then the 5th and 6th grade team is phenomenal. And then I heard the other day that even they think the kindergartners right now look like they're really athletic. So it's not changing for a while. Lomega's going to be at the top of Class B for a very long time. I touched on it earlier, but the pressure as far as Lomega and what they throw at you, if you're a Hennessey team who they don't play teams that pressure very often. Right. So I think we're going to have a jump ball. It's one of those situations where you hear it all the time, but it's easy to practice it, but when you get out and you're live against it, and it's relentless because Lomega's in such good shape and they're just continuously coming at you, and they're always around the basketball.
And in that length they have. Fortunate job there that pass was able to get through. Lomega gets it back. Wilson, long 3, top of the key. It's off to the left just a little bit. Vandendriessy saves it inbounds to Wilson. She'll drive.
Great pass.
Nice pass down to the left side to Reagan Raymer, I believe. 21, was that 21?
Looked like it.
So Reagan Raymer with her first points. So we're already seeing Reagan Raymer, Sophie Vandendriessy in the game. And, fortunate to get away with what looked like a travel there, but Michoud didn't feel like stopping the game. We'll see a Michoud before this game's up.
Yes, we will. And we will definitely.
At least in the boys' game.
And we will talk about it.
Yes.
There we go. Maybe stop the bleeding a little bit.
Macy got that one to creep over the rim. Got it back to a 20-point ball game. Whoa, Addie wanted that one.
I would have shot that.
Yeah. Some things go without saying.
Good cut.
Yep. Duffy saw the opening. Gets fed underneath, but cannot finish. A little hard. Well, she's kind of a tweener there where she just lay it over the rim or hit the backboard, and she hit the back of the rim.
I'll tell you this. You talked on Duffy with that. Here we go, Addie, another one. In that ACL surgery, she's not playing like somebody who's coming off an ACL. She's super aggressive still. She feels like she's feeling comfortable, and it's not something because you see a lot of kids come out after that surgery and are very tentative and don't want to be aggressive, and she's definitely not.
I think Llewellyn said last week at the conference tournament is when Coach Llewellyn said that she was starting to get back closer to her form. She made the all-tournament team.
Well, and it's one of those things where it's in your mind until it's not, right?
Yep.
Like it's something that she thinks about, and then one day she's just out there, and it's not something she thinks about. And I think she looks really good, obviously, and scoring the ball really well, but defensively, it's just a huge difference up on the front of that press.
Hennessey does break the press. As you said, Lomega able to get his defense set up. Yeah.
Well, that's something you touched on early on, is that it's not even so much about the first, second, third quarter if we're pressuring you. It's more about how do you respond in the fourth quarter when we've been running you all night long.
Russell runs into Tillman there, and Tillman's slow to get up. I think she's grabbing her hand or her fingers there. Yep, she's done something to her wrist or her hand, and after Russell knocked her down, she was, trying to help her back up, but Tillman's hand was what's hurting her shooting hand. (34-14) your score, minute 29 left. This is where you put your best free throw shooter in the game. That's on the bench.
Yeah.
Carly McNulty here.
And nothing like coming off the bench, haven't taken a shot yet today, and shoot the front end of a one-on-one. There you go.
Easy points right there, Carly. And she makes them both. Last 90 seconds of the first half. Lomega up by 18.
That's a good look right there.
Get it into Russell. The Walker, she can't finish, gets her own rebound, feeds the cutting Russell.
It's only fitting since Russell found Walker first, so we just give it right back to her.
Well, Van Andresi almost got the steal, but it does turn out to be Lomega's ball. She gets it back and loses it on the way up, but it was knocked out by Hennessey under a minute to play. Good chance to get Wilson an extra break here.
Well, I think it was more she only scored 2 points. He was frustrated with her and took her out.
Only 13 for the first half.
Yeah, she's struggling offensively. He's going to give her a break, think about it a little bit.
People who don't know us probably think
that is sarcasm.
We're awful for the way that we're talking about
it. It doesn't know our relationship with Coach Llewellyn.
Yeah. Macy to the line. Shooting her 5th and 6th free throws here. She's 3 for 5 right now. Llewellyn actually got up and said something there. Was he coaching?
No, I think he said, hey, don't forget there's 54 seconds left.
I want 4 shots before the half.
That's right. That's another 3 possessions.
Again, getting it inside to Walker. Eaton with a 3 from the kick out from Walker. And she's got 2 threes this quarter and 8 points, all in the second. And almost a steal there for Van Andresi. Some of these girls, I can't see their numbers, so I'm trying to have to learn their ponytails.
Yeah. You would say, do you think Lomega will hold for 1, but I don't know. I think it'll be the first good shot they get because then they can throw the press on.
Yeah,
like
nice
that right there.
Cut back door and pass, but no finish. Down to 6 seconds. Eaton's going to get another look. Gets off the mark. Walker with the rebound. And she's fouled with 1.1 seconds. Sydney Walker, no field goals yet.
Well, she's done a really good job of kicking the ball out from the post and
has a few assists, finding shooters for 3s.
Makes the first. She's 2 of 3. Two of 4. And the half is over. 40-17 is the score. We're going to take a timeout here, come back with some halftime stats and expert analysis from Jared Mitchell. Stay with us. You're watching the Downtown Enid Basketball Festival here on Squirtle.tv.
Abernathy Aaron Funeral Home in Crescent, Oklahoma has provided decades of trusted service to the community. We are caring and experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and has personal requests and traditions. These requests are of utmost importance to our staff. We would be honored to assist your family in this time of need. Abernathy Aaron Funeral Home, 201 North Hickory Street in Crescent, Oklahoma. Treating your family as our own. AbernathyAaron.com.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Jeffco, a world leader in the manufacturing of portable drilling rigs, is seeking individuals for the following areas: mechanical engineering, programming, master scheduling, warehouse, fabrication welding, sales, summer internships, and paint. Jeffco offers competitive wages, medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, and 401k. To learn more about available postings, log on to jeffco.com, GEFCO.com.
As you travel down the road to the Gold Ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride in a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid.
Enid Vision Center, located on West Owen K. Garriott Road, across from TJ Maxx in Enid, Oklahoma, is proud to serve the Garfield County community. Dr. Sproul is an Oklahoma native who practices the full scope of primary care optometry. Our team is here to care for all your vision needs. We handle everything from adult and children's eye exams to eye emergencies, treatment of eye diseases, and co-management of eye surgery such as LASIK. So give us a call at 580-297-7580. The Enid Vision Center team is excited to support all our local athletes.
Oklahoma Ag Transports would like to wish the Lomega Raiders and Lady Raiders and all of the athletes good luck in today's games. Everyone at Oklahoma Ag Transports love to support high school sports and are proud of the coaches and players and all of their hard work and dedication. Winning is always the goal, but participation is the key. Every individual is important, but team effort will bring success. Good luck to all of the athletes, especially the Lomega Raiders and Lady Raiders. Everybody at Oklahoma Ag Transports is behind you. For almost a century, Sooner Co-op has been at the heart of the communities they serve. In O'Keene, Fairview, Loyal, Hitchcock, and Homestead, Sooner Co-op has been a big part of the lives of area farmers, ranchers, and residents. Grain handling, fertilizer, farm and ranch supplies, fuel, tire service, and the convenience store in Fairview. The Sooner Co-op is proud to serve Blaine, Major, and Kingfisher counties for almost 100 years and looks forward to 100 more. Sooner Co-op is proud of our kids, whether a Whippet, Jacket, or a Raider. Find them online at SoonerCoop.com. Eubank Haney Law Firm is proud to be a fan of high school sports. Andrew Eubank and Caleb Haney believe that clients deserve better. At the end of the day, that's how they measure true success. Their experience, confidence, and integrity ensures that your case will be handled in a reasonable, efficient manner, regardless of the legal situation you are facing. Get out of line and come to Eubank Haney Law Firm in Enid, Fairview, and Laverne. Call 580-234-4334 when winning is everything.
Welcome back. Halftime of the first game of the day. Despite what the scoreboard says here, Hennessey does not lead Lomega 40-17. It is correct on your screen right now. Lomega leads 40-17 over Hennessey. And Jared, slow start, a little sluggish start for Lomega, but got it going. 26 points in that second quarter, and eventually that pressure just kind of caught up with Hennessey, and Lomega did what we expected to see happen here.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of different things. I think you play Friday night, then you got to get up early in the morning and come into this gym. Not a great shooting gym, you know, if you're not used to playing in this environment. But so just get settled down a little bit. Addie Wilson obviously looked really good in the first quarter, kind of carried him through it, and then you could see the rest of the team settle in, and now just kind of hitting on all cylinders now in that second quarter.
Yeah, she had 11 of her team's 14 points in the first quarter, including 3 3-pointers. She's got half of Lomega's 6 trays. Then it was Emma Duffy heating up in the second quarter. She had 9 of her 11 points in the second. We do have Addison Wilson with 13 for Lomega. Hensley Eaton, all 8 of hers in the second. And then 2 points for Shelby Russell, Darcy Roberts, and Reagan Raymer, and Sydney Walker. Leading the way for Hennessey is Juliana Macy, 6 points, 4 points for Cassidy Amburn, 3 for Sky Simonek, Carly McNulty with 2, and Gracie Mills with 2. And Hennessey, 4 field goals, 9 made free throws in the first half. So the Lady Eagles having to get it in the free throw line because just not getting the shots to fall.
Yeah, and it's like you touched on, it's just so hard to score against that. If you can't break that pressure and get good looks, and then you find yourself breaking the pressure, pulling the ball back out, you're in a bad rhythm, and Lomega's consistently coming at you from every different angle, and so it's one of those things where in the second half really got to try to move the basketball, get good shots, and convert when they get open looks.
2.5 minutes to go till the start of the second half. We're going to take a timeout here. We'll be back with second half action after this.
When it comes to America's most loved pizza, love is limitless. At Marco's, enjoy unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. You could order just one, but why limit yourself? Hello to America's most loved pizza. Hello, Marco's.
Eagle Propane of Hennessey is proud to support all of our area high school athletes. Let them service all of your propane needs. They have the experience to handle your needs large and small. Find out what they can do for you by calling 405-853-4445. Eagle Propane is at the corner of Highways 81 and 51 on the north side of Hennessey. They are proud to service the Hennessey, Enid, and Kingfisher areas for all of your propane needs.
Get ready for Fire on the Mountain Tour. Starring the Charlie Daniels Band and the Marshall Tucker Band. April 23rd, 7 p.m., Stride Bank Center. Special guest, Scooter Brown Band. One night of real Southern music. On sale now. Buy tickets at the box office or online at StrideBankCenter.com. Presented by Triangle Insurance. God bless you. Good night.
You have choices when it comes to your health care, and when your child is injured on the field, you want the best. Insist on Integris. Integris can meet all of your sports medicine needs, including emergency or urgent care, neurology, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and more. When you choose Integris, you are choosing the most trusted name in healthcare. Whether you need everything our Level 3 Trauma Center has to offer, or you need long-term rehabilitation from a sports injury, insist on Integris. You will be glad you did.
At First Bank & Trust, we stay true to our values of being neighborly, loyal, and confident. We know it takes a seasoned ag producer to understand and anticipate the needs of one. Our loan officers combine their years of experience on the farm with the expertise in financing land, livestock, farm equipment, and supplies. Call FBT today or visit our new website, fbt.bank, for more information. You watch your fields, and we'll watch your finances. First Bank & Trust Company, member FDIC.
If you are looking for a fantastic car buying experience, look no further than Northcutt Toyota. We provide our customers with a red carpet buying experience. See what our past customers have said about us online at Google or Facebook. From new Toyotas to over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, we have the car, truck, or SUV to meet your needs. If you need financing, we have over 20 banks to help provide you with the best terms and payments available. Stop by and see us or visit us online at northcutttoyota.com. We look forward to exceeding your expectations. Let Northcutt be your shortcut to a great deal.
Call Roll-Offs Inc. at 580-ROLL-OFF, a complete container service company for all your trash, demolition, cleanup, or scrap metal needs. We're a family-owned and operated company with offices in Stillwater, Perry, and Enid. Call Roll-Offs Inc. 580-ROLL-OFF.
Second half underway now. Downtown Enid Basketball Festival here on Squirtle.tv. Michael Swisher with Jared Mitchell. Emma Duffy picking up where she left off. 3-pointer. Steal by the Lady Raiders. Duffy, heat check. Put her on this side. Now she's got 17 points all of a sudden. Jared will join us after he finishes his halftime Snickers here.
Was that hungry? Why wait? I was about to say, we talked about the halftime break, what Hennessey needed to do. That was not what Hennessey needed to do to start the second half.
They're down 23. to start the half, and now just like that, it's 29. Mills jumper, no good, goes right back to her, then she's fouled on the putback. Excuse me, that was Simonek. Again, this is what I talked about. You know, Hennessey struggled to score from the floor. Just 4 field goals in the first half, but they did make 9 free throws. Back to the free throw line here. But if Lomega's nailing threes on one end and you're making 2 free throws on the other, not going to complete the comeback. Got to have to make some shots eventually. Simonek does make 1 of 2. She has 4 of 6 for the game from the line.
A little pressure from Hennessey here.
Mix things up, but
might want to find her.
That barely touched anything there. So we are a minute into the third quarter, and Emma Duffy has made 3 3-pointers from essentially the same spot. Now some numbers for Hennessey. Simonek.
Good block.
Walker, excellent job. She didn't give up on the play and got the block, and then Duffy comes away with the steal, gets to Wilson, brings up the middle. No numbers, but she's going to go anyway. Left hand, excellent finish by Addie Wilson.
So I don't need numbers to go slice through 2 people and shoot a layup.
51-18 is your score. McNulty's 3 no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Hennessey ball.
Yeah. And it's another thing, too, we talk about that Lomega pressure is they just make you take shots you don't want to take. You might think you have an open 3, but it's going to be rushed, and it's going to be on a break, and you have no rebounders in there. So it's just, it makes you have to run an offense you're not used to running.
Cassidy Amburn's 3 no good here.
Good pass.
Darcy Roberts over to Eaton. Back out to Wilson. If I'm Duffy, I'd just shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't matter if I was Duffy or not. I'd just shoot it, but definitely if I hit 3 in a row. I wanted to start checking how many they made as a team today.
6 in the first half, and now 9 for the game. If you were listening to the halftime analysis, you would have heard me say that.
I was giving the analysis, so I don't pay attention to what you say.
Well, Lomega actually missed a shot there, so Lady Raiders don't extend their lead. Again, the boys' game coming up after this.
That was a good pass. Good look.
First free throw, good.
Oh, good rebound.
Second one misses. That was Grayson Hills at the line.
That was Sky Simnek got in there and got the rebound. It's a good move, too.
And gets rewarded with the basket. So a 3-point trip for the Lady Eagles. Llewellyn unpleased with something amidst his 30-point lead here.
Well, it's a good little set out of the inbounds. Jeez. You sure Lomega didn't play here last night?
Eaton now with 11 points, 3 made 3-pointers. Mills offensive rebound and put back.
No way.
Mills went over Walker for that rebound.
You know, one thing that I think probably goes unnoticed, and you have to give Coach Llewellyn a ton of credit for this, is how confidently his girls shoot the basketball. Yeah. You know, that's not something that's lost, is the fact that, like, he gives them so much confidence and a green light that they all feel like every shot's going to go in.
Yeah. You can't win if you don't score, and you can't score if you don't shoot. It's kind of the philosophy.
Well, and I think that's one thing, you know, we talked about off air. Is a good 3.
Cassidy Amber that one.
About Addie Wilson and that growing pain she had early on in the season was I don't think she's no knock on where she's played before, but I don't know that she's ever had the confidence in her and the green light that she can just go do what she wants to do on a basketball court.
Well, she played at Hammond as a freshman, came off the bench, but it was a very structured system there.
A slow down, and Tina won a state championship, but
yeah.
her older sister was also on the team. So,
and then last year she was at Fort Cobb, again more structure. As Wilson buries that three, we've got an injured Lady Eagle. Wow. So, yeah, it did take some adjustment for Wilson, especially this summer. We're going to take a timeout while they tend to the injured player. We'll be back with more third quarter action after this.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
All right. I didn't even get a look at the number. Who was our injured Lady Eagle?
Macy, Juliana Macy. Okay. Looked like she rolled her ankle. I hope that's what it was.
Yeah. Better than a knee.
Yes,
sure.
Exactly. But she was grabbing at her ankle, so hopefully that's what it was. Just stepped on somebody's foot. You see that right there, which is a big difference, is how fast you have to move the basketball when you play against that zone. Because if you're stagnant and just standing there, it's so easy for them to defend you. But right there's a great example of how Hennessey moved the basketball and got a good look at the basket.
Mills back to the line.
Yeah. And I watched Mills a little bit in the conference tournament, and she's got a lot of potential. You know, had a couple of games she played really well in that tournament. And Hennessey, like I said, just they look like they're improving every time you come out. Now you're running into a powerhouse right now that's just on a mission in an Lomega team that, like I said, they're not used to playing this style of basketball, but I think they're doing a really good job at moving in the right direction. Of Coach Wilson's got them playing hard and doing the right things.
Good ball movement by Lomega, and Wilson, excellent underneath move there. She's got 20.
I think she averages 23, close to that I think is. So she needs one more big three, and then maybe Kevin let her.
Then she'll go to the bench.
Yeah, she'll go out and enjoy the rest of the day. Maybe get some Chick-fil-A later.
Nope. Eaton had a hand on that, couldn't come away with it. Three-pointer off by Camry McNulty. There's that pass, that vision, and Wilson trusting Duffy to run underneath it. She does, and she's fouled.
Well, that's something too that it's just it's a skill that not a ton of basketball players have, and especially girls, is the ability to throw that basketball ahead and a perfect throw and let Duffy right into a layup.
Yeah, we're used to seeing that because we regularly cover a player named Bijan Cortez. Who
I don't think we can compare him to anybody else. I tell people all the time not to go off on it. You haven't had a chance to go watch the Kingfisher boys play. Get out and watch them because they are entertaining, and Bijan is a player that you won't see anywhere in the state. Maybe the best passer I've ever seen. In all honesty, it's just phenomenal what he does, and that's not to mention he averages. I don't know how many points a game now, but
he's right around 21 now. Yeah. He's a little above that now. Had 27 last night.
Triple double. Yeah, against a. Oh, jeez.
Speaking of points, 4 3-pointers this quarter.
Well,
for Emma Duffy.
We might have found some people that shoot the ball better than Bijan does.
Yeah.
Who shoot about 60% from the three-point line.
And he's not making that up.
No, he's legitimately shooting that.
Went 5 of 7 last night. I just got some expert analysis from Jerry McStitt via text message. Lomega will win state.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't so high on him after Okarche beat him in the second game of the season.
Yeah.
Not so high on him, man. I said, Jerry Mack, missing 2 starters. They're playing a team that can be physical with them.
A number 4 team in Class A.
Yeah, so this isn't the team you're going to see in January and February and March.
Well, and I talked to Kevin before that game, and Kevin knew that. You know, when you're missing, it's different when you're missing starters, but you're also missing contributors. People that, I mean, you look at how Emma's shooting the basketball today, and to not have that on the floor against Okarche is such a big difference. Against anybody, against a Calumet team that zoned them and made other people try to beat them. And I promise you, Kevin will be very comfortable playing Okarche again this time of year right now.
And Hennessey just can't find the bottom of the net on its end. The Lady Eagles' shooting woes continue. Meanwhile, the opposite of shooting woes. That didn't play out the way I thought.
That would have been perfect. Thanks a lot, Emma.
Yeah. I mean, can't make 5 1/4? Really? Under a minute play in the third. 64-26 is your score. I mean, I set that up perfectly for
you. Did. That would have been nice.
That's all right.
Be interested. I'm guessing we're gonna see Kevin Goodwood's bench pretty quickly.
He's already looking down that way.
Yeah, just having played last night and this game, obviously in hand. And
Eaton didn't hear the footsteps. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. Fourth quarter, we'll look at Lomega's road to another potential state tournament berth.
I don't think that you need to say potential. I think you need to say the road to the state tournament.
Hey, we've seen teams that we were pretty sure in the past who
another one
have hit some hiccups and not made it. You know, it happened just a couple of years ago. A team that we were pretty sure was going to make it. So can't guarantee anything, although would be beyond shocking if it didn't happen.
I'll guarantee this one.
Okay.
I'm not going to go as far as Jerry Mack and say they're going to win the state championship because there's some other good teams in Class B, and once you get in the state tournament, anything can happen. But they will be in the state tournament.
But Jerry Mack said they're going to win state, so
yeah,
it's done.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Well, then just give them the trophy.
Number 6 for
put it
Kevin
back
Llewellyn.
in the put it in the trophy case, and we'll move on.
Llewellyn's going to start on the second hand this year.
Well, the bad thing is if he wins this year, he might win 5 in a row.
The ball is knocked away to end the quarter. Again, just a dominant frame by the Lady Raiders. They're up 67-26. We'll be back with the fourth after this.
FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with their gym floor and janitorial supply needs. And good luck at state to all teams.
As an Edward Jones financial advisor, Austin Mason knows it's important to invest time to understand what you're working toward before you invest your money. It's also important to understand the steps necessary to reach your long-term goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love, Austin will develop specific strategies to help you achieve those goals. So visit edwardjones.com and search for Austin Mason, or give him a call at 405-567-0511.
All right, set for the fourth quarter here, and 14 points in that quarter for Emma Duffy alone. She made 4 3-pointers. She's got 25 points through 3 quarters, and it looks like her night is done. Her day is done. Addie Wilson added 7 in that quarter. She's got 20, and 6 in that quarter for Hensley Eaton. She's got 14. So
I actually have a funny story about Lomega. So, you know, my wife used to coach with my mother-in-law, who was a decent coach at Okarche, and so we play Lomega every year.
Harley Dow with those 2 points.
And so naturally, when state tournament time comes, because I did a lot of the scouting for my wife and mother-in-law,
bosses.
Exactly. I would get phone calls from teams that were going to play Lomega in the state tournament, and they would say, "Hey, what do you think? What should we do?" And I would always constantly say, "Whatever you do, don't run with him."
I know where we're going.
Yeah. And so I talked to a coach, I won't name him, who's going to play Lomega in the state semifinals. He said, "Well, we run a lot, and I think I can run with him." I said, "You can't. I'll just be honest with you. You can't. I haven't seen you play, but I've seen them play, and you can't do it." Lomega put up 113 points that night and won by
a lot.
60 years. I was unbelievable. But I'll tell you what, he stuck to his guns, and he ran with them. 32 with the 3.
Sophie Van den Driese.
So you just if you're gonna run with them, you better be ready, and you better have the kids to do it.
Unfortunately for Lomega, the next day, Kremlin Hillsdale got him in the state finals. Tana Gregg, coaching now at Chisholm,
and did not run with them.
Played them tough multiple times, twice earlier that year. Lomega won those games, but in the state finals, Kremlin Hillsdale closed strong, and the lid appeared on their bucket, and they just struggled to score. And Kremlin Hillsdale able to come back and get Coach Tana Gregg her state title. So Of course, Hall of Fame coach Randy Turney's daughter. He's got 2 daughters that have won state championships now. Tasha Dieselhorst being the other.
That's a good move.
Excellent move. Cassidy Amber.
Amber's playing well today.
It's Hallie Barton over to Van Andreessi, and no way I'm going to see that number in the far corner over there.
I think that's 21. I think.
Well, Van Andreessi tries the 3. No good. Again, a great ball movement by these
absolutely.
Lady Raiders. Which this is what they do. They play ball, so it's not like they go out there and don't know what to do.
Well, let's not forget this group plays that starting 5 every day in practice as well. Yeah, that's Raymer.
And some of the starters are in the game right now still for Lomega. Shelby Russell made that 3. So we'll look at what Lomega's got coming up here as Amburn's 3-pointer no good. Rebound by the Lady Eagles.
Good hustle.
Ball. So Lomega will host a district. Lomega, of course, ranked number 1 in Class B. The other top 8 team in their area is number 8 McCurtain. Lomega will host a district, and districts are in 2 weeks. Dover and Mulhall, Orlando. They did put out the brackets the other day. I didn't bother printing out the brackets just yet, but I'm guessing Dover picked Mulhall, Orlando to play. And not
well,
Lomega.
I don't know. We don't want to say that for sure.
I will.
That's one you're confident in?
I'm yeah. Unless Byron's is like, Kevin, I'm going to make you play 2 days in a row.
Which is, people have done that before.
From there, Lomega goes to the regional. The subside is at Mulhall, Orlando, and then to Cashin. So good news for me. I can short drive to watch Lomega in a regional.
Absolutely.
As Hennessey turns it over there, and you hear Kevin Llewellyn barking out, run. Everybody's got to run here. Left-handed layup, no good. Van Andreessi ties it up along with Carly McNulty.
That'll be a tough choice for me. I can either drive to Moss and watch Okarchi play, or shoot on up to Cashin to watch Lomega.
Yeah, in the regional, teams include number 15 New Lyman, number 18 Hammond. Lomega would probably play one of those 2 teams in the regional final.
I'm going to guess they're going to get Hammond in that regional final.
Which, again, would be played at Cashin, and that would be in 3 weeks. And then from there to the area tournament, other top-rated teams in the area, as we said before, McCurtain, number 8, number 12, Payton. Again, Van Andreessi. I cannot see these numbers.
Yeah, 32. I'm going to go get some glasses. It's about that time. It's a good shot right there by, I think that's McNulty.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's got 5. 3:42 to play in this one. And the area tournament for Lomega is at Cleveland. Van Andreessi, nice move there. Doesn't get the finish, but Lomega still has the ball with 3:10 left.
Oh, good pass.
Fantastic ball movement.
No one wants to shoot it. There we go.
That just baffles Jared.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem.
Shelby Russell her.
That's what we touched on earlier. You look at their point totals and you say, okay, starters don't play the entire 4th quarter, but they continue to score because it doesn't matter how far down the bench you go, he's got shooters everywhere.
Well, you just see there that, it's a well-oiled machine. They work the ball. There's nobody standing around not knowing what to do. You move on offense. You pass the ball well. You got an open shot. You take the shot. You don't have the open shot.
You take the shot.
No, that's you.
Oh, okay. I actually just saw my high school coach walk by, Steve Sheaver, who is the superintendent at Lomega. I'm sure he's enjoying this.
I think that was Noelle Pollard with that bucket.
Again, I think we fell victim of the triple 3-point line right there.
Yeah.
See, Coach Alonso, you might want to scoot up a little bit.
You could have moved 2 lines in and still been okay. Lomega Hennessey boys coming up after this one. Jared and I, unfortunately for you viewers, back on the call for that one. Good defense in the post. Just standing tall.
I just noticed that Kevin Llewellyn's got him a good little assistant coach over there sitting next to him.
Yeah, one of his sons.
Now you're a victim of the ponytail.
Yeah, I can't even see the number now.
13. I think that's McNulty.
Camry McNulty, twin with Carly. So if the McNultys can do one thing, it's shoot free throws.
There you go. And we touched on it, but man, Hennessey just with a brutal week coming up.
Yeah.
4 straight days of basketball games. So maybe they just let them not have school on Monday and rest up.
Probably while you're not an administrator.
And I guess the good news is you don't have to have practice 4 days this week.
That's just it. The players love that. Coaches want practice.
That's exactly, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Especially with those final rankings coming out Monday for Hennessey, so they'll know their destination next week and where they'll be headed.
Steal and the layup there, and a quick whistle to get some more players in. That was Hallie Barton with those points. Puts Lomega at the 80-point mark.
Free tacos for everyone. Just head on over to, there's a Taco Mayo right in the middle of town. Tell them that we sent you.
Tell them Jared sent you.
Free tacos.
Barton, another easy bucket.
That baby, Rick.
And Jared, you talked about some of the other good teams in Class B. We were denied a potential matchup. Something didn't look right there.
Yeah.
At the Hammond tournament, we thought we were going to see Lomega and Boise City meet up in the finals of that tournament, but Sentinel, I think, derailed that, upset Boise City in the quarterfinals. So Lomega cruised to that title. And Boise City, they were undefeated then. I don't think they've lost since. Still number 3.
22.
Callie Gardner.
Those ponytails are really killing us whenever you also have the white numbers on white jersey.
I mean, Lomega still made 4 3-pointers this quarter, so it's like, just plug them in, go shoot threes.
How many is that? That's got to be
I wish I could have played for Llewellyn.
14 or 15. So you wish you could have played in girls basketball? You probably would have been more successful.
17 3-pointers for the Lomega Lady Raiders.
That's crazy. Yeah, you touched on that Class B. I think you look at those teams. I think Duke's a really good
Duke's number
team.
2. Well, they were number 1 for a good portion of the season.
Varnum returning. Yeah. They lost a lot, but they got a move in. That's a good player. Have some athletes back. We watched that Varnum team win a state championship. I think beat Lomega, I believe, in the semifinals. Yeah. So it's my favorite time of year. It's the time where we get to start traveling around and seeing all these matchups. We get to see a lot of Eastern Oklahoma schools that we haven't seen before, and make a trip to the big house.
Is this 23 at the line? Come on, give me young eyes.
25.
Yeah, that's close. Just 2 players away there. Maddie Myers makes the first. I cannot see these blue outlines.
It's all right. That's
these
all right.
Jerseys are banned for any future broadcast by yours truly.
But I will tell you next time, just look at your notes and notice you don't have a 23.
I do. She's at the bottom, Michelle Reisenhofer.
Oh, okay. My fault.
I had to make some extra space, so I kind of guessed on some names. And that does it for this one. 86-37 is your final score. Lomega wins its 18th in a row. We're going to take a timeout, come back with some final thoughts and stats. We'll be right back here on Squirtle.tv.
Talking about life insurance isn't always easy, but it is important. Your Farm Bureau agent, Chris Cochran in Cashin, can help you put a plan in place for those you care about most. Life insurance can help pay off the mortgage, take care of family or business expenses, or cover final costs should the unexpected happen. Take that first step towards securing your family's future with Farm Bureau and call Chris Cochran in Cashin today. And be sure to ask about college and retirement funding options too. We also do life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Abernathy Aaron Funeral Home in Crescent, Oklahoma has provided decades of trusted service to the community. We are caring and experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and has personal requests and traditions. These requests are of utmost importance to our staff. We would be honored to assist your family in this time of need. Abernathy Aaron Funeral Home, 201 North Hickory Street in Crescent, Oklahoma. Treating your family as our own. AbernathyAaron.com.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Lomega goes to 21-2 with its 18th straight win as it knocks off Hennessey here, 86-37 in the first game of the Saturday portion of the Downtown Enid Basketball Festival. And for the Lady Raiders, it was Emma Duffy leading the way with 25 points, had that huge breakout in the third quarter where she nailed 4 3-pointers and scored 14 points in the quarter. Also for Lomega, Addie Wilson with 20, Hensley Eaton 14. We have 8 points for Shelby Russell, 5 points Sophie Vandendriessy, 4 points for Hallie Barton, 3 points for Callie Gardner, 2 for Sydney Walker, 2 for Darcy Roberts and for Reagan Raymer, and 1 point for Maddie Myers. For the Lady Eagles, 9 points from Cassidy Amburn, 6 points apiece Sky Simonek and Juliana Macy, and 5 points for Carly McNulty and Gracie Mills, and 2 points apiece for Camry McNulty, Noelle Pollard, and Harley Dow. And Jared, pretty simple there. Just, Lomega did what Lomega does, scored 80 points, and move on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gellany knows he made 17 threes. That'll pretty much what that'll do. You shoot the basketball like that, it's going to be really hard for anybody to beat Lomega.
5.5 minutes away from the start of the Lomega and Hennessey boys. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with boys action after this.